fools? It's Van. And today I am Vansplaining the way too early playoff picture for the NFC. Who's in and who's out? Let's get to it. Okay, let's get to the 9 teams that are not going to make the NFC playoffs this year because, again, there's going to be some turnover. Some teams in, some teams out, and oh, are we going to have some fun with this one. At number 9, the Los Angeles Rams at 6-10 because when Matthew Stafford goes down with an injury, all of their title hopes go down with him. They got some nice fantasy pieces, but without him there, and he won't be, they don't have a shot. At number 8, the New York Giants. Look, we all know they overpaid Danny Dimes. He probably shouldn't have been there. We now know Brian Daboll's in way over his head. We know they don't have Saquon Barkley. We know they're working in too many new pieces. This is not a team built to compete. This is a team looking for a reason to fire the head coach, cut the quarterback, and move on. At number 7, the Carolina Panthers are probably going to come in at 7-10 or something like that because it's amazing what you do when you can give your quarterback a little help up front, keep him upright. Bryce Young is not as bad as last year made him look. He's going to have some more help on the offensive line, some more help at receiver, some more help at running back. They're not great yet, but at least the needle is finally pointing north. At number 6, hate to say it, but Minnesota, 6-10 is the best you're going to do because if Sam Darnold is the answer, the question is, why did your coach get fired this year? I like J.J. McCarthy, and I hope he's healthy next year because he gives you a better look, but we know how this is going to turn out. Sam Darnold is who he is. There's plenty of tape out there. 6-10. At number 5, the New Orleans Saints finish at 8-9 because there are a lot of problems on that team. Listen, it ain't just having a fullback that thinks he's a quarterback. It ain't just whether or not Alvin Kamara shows up. It ain't Michael Thomas's ghost still haunting the team. They have holes all over the place that they haven't filled yet. They're not ready to compete. Derek Carr is what we thought he is. He's pretty much up and down. I don't like this team at all. At number 4, making this old Bear fans' heart proud, the Green Bay Packers, because they made the Danny Dimes a mistake. They paid the wrong guy and they gave him too much money. You mark my words on this one. They're going to regret paying Jordan Love all that money because, unlike Detroit, when they got good, we now know who Amon-Ra St. Brown is. You still can't name anybody on that Green Bay offense yet beyond him. That, to me, is a problem. They made a mistake, and they're going to pay for it this year and in the years to come. At number 3, a lot like my Las Vegas Raiders pick from the other video, this time I'm really liking the Arizona Cardinals to be competitive this year. I believe they're going to hang numbers on people. They've got parts in place that are fun. Unfortunately, they can't really stop anybody from scoring, and they don't pack enough heat to really just overwhelm you offensively throughout the playoffs. That said, they're going to hang a 50 burger on somebody. They're good. At number 2, who wants a fresh cup of Schadenfreude? Let's go. How about them Cowboys at 8-9? What a hot mess, trash dumpster fire they are. They haven't paid the quarterback. They ain't paid the wide receiver. They ain't paid the best defender, not named Lawrence Taylor, in league history. And right now they are going to spin their wheels. Anybody name their running backs? I can. That's only because I play fantasy football and probably need a hug. Those guys are not going to be good this year. And at number 1, at a relatively middling 9-8, not bad for them, but not good enough to get into the playoffs, Seattle Seahawks. I like Geno Smith. I love DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, Kenneth Walker III. I just don't like them enough for them to get into the playoffs considering who's left in the league. They're going to be good, just not good enough to make it. Okay, gang, we talked about the 9 teams that are not going to make the playoffs at NFC. Let's look at the 7 teams that are going to make the playoffs. At number 7, let's go with my team that I like a lot, the Washington Commanders. I still like a lot about this team. Even though they traded Jahan Dotson to a division rival, there's still parts in place, and I think Jaden Daniels is going to be just fine in Cliff Kingsbury's offense. I think they're going to be a problem. And if you like my number 7 pick, you're going to love my number 6 pick because I'm representing. That's right. We're talking about them Chicago Bears. Bear down, baby, at number 6. They got too much talent on offense to fail. They are finally going to score points with the big boys. The only problem is whether or not the defense comes along. If the defense comes along, they're definitely going to be a problem. But I'm saying 10-7 right now. Call me deluded. Make me take a year analysis after this. I don't care. The Bears are going there, and you heard it here first. At number 5, a relatively pedestrian 11-6 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're good. They're a solid team. They just don't excite you. There's nothing about them makes you go, ooh, ah. I mean, there's a lot to like there, okay? Baker Mayfield, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, okay, Rashad White. They got some nice pieces there. The problem is the teams above them are a lot better. And that's what's going to happen to them. They may win a playoff game, maybe. But once they get to the varsity, it's a wrap for them. At number 4, now we are at the varsity level. Division winner 11-6 going to the playoffs, the Detroit Lions. This team got their oars all pointing in the right direction 3 years ago, and they have done nothing but row north ever since then. These guys are a problem. They present you on offense, they present you on defense, special teams, head coach, mental toughness. The Lions are going to be there until somebody escorts them out, and it ain't going to be without a fight. At number 3, the Philadelphia Eagles. And let's just get something out of the way right now. I don't really care if the head coach and the quarterback go picking curtains together. I just need to know that they can do the football thing together. I think they can do that. Jalen Hurts and Nick Sirianni might not want to exchange Christmas cards, but they are both very good at football, and that means they're going to get along long enough for this team to make the playoffs. They are too talented to fail, and that finish they had last year was inexcusable. They are not going to do the same thing this year. The only problem is if they have enough to get past the next 2 teams. Because at number 2, them Dirty Birds, the Atlanta Falcons, they are going to be trouble. Listen, you already took a potent offense that gave them a real quarterback in Kirk Cousins. We're not going to talk about the Michael Penix stuff. I'm going to talk about a guy that's thrown for 4,000 yards 6 separate times in his career. Cousins is going to make that offense go. But the real fun part is this. On defense, you've added difference makers like Pro Bowl safety Justin Simmons and Matthew Judon, the perpetual in your backfield menace on the defensive line. 12-5, win the division, maybe go to the NFC Championship game, but they are going to be a problem all year. Which brings us to the number 1 team in the NFC and possibly the most complete team in the NFL, the San Francisco 49ers. I mean, that's an easy call to make. They have everything you want. Even if they don't get the tackle sign or the wide receiver sign, they're still complete. That defense is man-eating. They still got Debo. They still got Kittle. They still got McCaffrey. They still got Brock Purdy. They're a problem. The only problem they face is this. Will they get the home game against either Philly or Detroit? Either way, they're going to need that to progress and get into the Super Bowl, where I think they lose to the Baltimore Ravens. Okay, that's it. That's your way too early prediction for the NFC playoffs, who's in and who's out. Like, subscribe, hit me up in the comments. Tell me I'm a genius. Tell me I'm nuts. Either way, you know what it is. When I tell you there's cheese on the mountain, bring crackers.